Jim Romer talking about natural gas volatility with changing weather maps. What does a weak La Nina Makoto usually suggest for the winter? We've seen volatility in prices, but overall, a colder than normal winter through at least the beginning of January is likely for the eastern half of the country. We're seeing stratospheric warming up about 30 to 40 miles up in space, similar to late 2009, early 2010. To the left, to the right, you see that. So models that are trying to bring warmer weather occasionally has created volatility. We're going to explain why we expect a cold winter, at least for the beginning of January or longer, for the eastern third or half of the country. Look at that red there on the right. The big block has forcing cold air south and pushing the ridge to the west across California. Record warm temperatures out west, probably more fires, things like that over the next few weeks. So make sure you download a free report from my Weather Wealth newsletter. We make this available once every 2 or 3 months for free. You'll see the difference between La Nada and La Nina and what we're predicting here for the winter. Lots of volatility. It's the EPO index, that block over Alaska, that's going to tend to make models miss on this cold weather. The maps are getting colder and colder with time. Certainly a far cry from the severe freezes in Florida back in the 70s and 80s as the oceans have warmed and the Arctic has warmed. But nevertheless, this is the way some of the models looked earlier this last week, showing that warm there on the right in red. But the block over the Arctic Circle due to stratospheric warming means the air is denser, it's colder. So see to the left, that blue area in reality over just to the south of the North Pole. As that cold air sinks further south, there's lots of snow cover. Cold air sinks, it's denser. As it pushes south, it forces the warm air further west, and as a result, the models are not able to figure this out as easily. Beyond 10 to 12 days, they've been terrible. The bottom line is, look at that block over the Arctic Circle due to stratospheric warming. As long as it's there, we're going to have off and on cold spells with lots of snow over the Ohio Valley, Great Lakes, and Northeast into the month of January. Because of the volatility, my weather spider is pretty much in the neutral category here. On average, slightly bullish. What do? You do option strangles. We teach you that at Weather Wealth. Once again, this is a free issue you can get, or you can get a 2-week free trial period. But basically, we advise traders in calls and futures and options on what to do. The volatility, these maps are not cold enough in the east, folks. As we go into the end of December and January, I think that cold will be more like 10 to 15 or more below normal, not 5 to 10, and extend further west into the Midwest. And that's why natural gas prices rallied here later on this past week. Weak La Nina events are all over the place right now. Look at that over the last 20 or 30 years. Some are cold, some are warm. But again, when you have that stratospheric warming over the North Pole, that suggests a colder than normal winter. Lots of snow, good for ski resorts in New England over the next few weeks into the month of January. Enjoy. Make sure, once again, you download a free issue of Weather Wealth. Join traders and farmers all over the world that want a meteorologist that understands trading, not just short and long-range forecasts, outguessing standard computer models. Enjoy.